What is poppin' weirdos? Alright, we're finally gonna finish. Oh, that lightning is gonna annoy me. Oh no, that doesn't make it go away. Okay, so what is poppin'? We have a little bit to do here. We're going to do the side quest to fight the base game super boss. Then we're going to go do the other bullshit. So to do the side quest to fight the super boss of the base game, and I say it's the super boss just because it's the one that's like the most obtuse to actually fight if you want to. Let's go Shaded Woods, because you have to do a lot. You have to do a lot of annoying stuff to get to it. Here's a question for all freaks and geeks out there. Oh hey, that's kind of neat. I believe I guess the Eye of Ava has allowed us to actually see the invisible guys. Niche benefit, but hey, it makes killing them faster. So if I remember correctly... Damn, they still hit pretty hard. But yeah, the freaks and the geeks thing. I forgot what the question was. Oh, here we are. I believe. Yep, we get this thingy and the fella.
We meet a second time. You're not dead.
Yeah, so his side quest is odd. It's triggered first by just running into him 3 times, and then you have to do some stuff. Alright. Next, we go to the King's Gate. And get that cursor out of here. And next up, you have to come down here. One of these freaks is. Oh, damn. That barely not killing is frustrating. Maybe the Sentinel's too tall to come here. Seems like it. Let's just heal up and play this safe. Yeah, at least lightning does a lot of damage. It's still phenomenal damage. So my next update type thing I should mention is that after this we will just be playing spooky games. Oh, the Faram stuff. I believe that's like the box art weapon that's considered like... Yeah, that's the DS2 armor.
We meet again. You have the look of a true seeker. I am Dark Diver Grandal. If you seek true dark, well then.
Yeah, let's just join that.
The dark, those drop.
And check the Abyss Seal, what that actually even does. And see the hidden dark chasm. Okay. So now we have a series of mini dungeons to go through in every area where Grundle is. They annoyingly contain platforming. That's how you're gonna die. Anything kills you in these chasms, it's just gonna be falling. I mean, there are some enemies in here, but as long as you keep your wits about you, you can get rid of the axe. Have the halberd. Platforming my favorite? Yeah. Platforming in non-platforming games is always a treat. Just gonna use this. Yeah, because we got big guy. It's just a Havel, the rock. Ow. Try and that gap is making me nervous. Drink. Okay, thought I was rolling, but whatever. Need to bait him into doing something. Alright. Yeah, I'm playing too, like, pensively because of all the stupid holes. I don't remember if this kicks us out of the thing or not. Okay, that counts as a proper death. I think you need to have your humanity, like, up to actually do any of those, but we'll see. Also, the bonfire over here, probably useful to grab that while we're at it. Okay. And this time we're just gonna give him the old, try and outrange him. Yep, doesn't seem we can do it, but maybe. I have to give him the effigy.
Now, young. The master, if used.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah, so there is a limit to how many times you can do this. If you run out of human effigies, you could be, poked. Also, he sells, hexes, but we're a good boy. We don't use hexes. Oh, lightning. Alright, the update thing, I was gonna say. Well, I understand that Hades and, Dark Souls 2 did have some spook vibes to them. I'm going to actually just be playing things that are, like, notably aesthetically spooky, even if they're not necessarily horror games. Which means probably Castlevania next, or The Evil Within. I know that the big one I'm saving for the end is... Okay, this fucking guy. I see that they made the Great Club moveset not actually slow in this game. Good for Great Club users, bad for me right now. Okay, well, he can be made to flinch with the heavy attack, so... What the fuck was that? Okay, well, being made to flinch is generous. Maybe, and the Invader AI is typically pretty smart about stuff like this. I was thinking, like, maybe I could get him to kill himself? Like, falling off a hole? Get back. Back. Oh, shit. Yep, counter thrust. There we go. So the most annoying thing about these little segments is that you have to specifically throw yourself off the right pit to consider them complete. It's a little odd. Okay. Jesus. Okay, I forgot about the Reichard's rapier guy. Also, as far as, like, new and unique content for the actual game, don't worry, it's just reused invaders from the first game. Why? I don't know, man.
A mouse? Raise it up.
Yep. Also the fact that not Riker there is just not flinching at all. I don't even know why I bother. Alright, let's... Maybe the halberd's heavy enough to actually get them to not beat the shit out of me. Let's not say that. I'm still waiting for like one of the jumps to actually do me in, because that's always annoying. I don't even know where that guy came from exactly, but whatever. Oh, now I know where that guy came from. Maybe none of this is worth it. Do I even have to fight all the enemies? I don't remember. It's been so long. Every other time I play this game, I just don't do this because it's kind of a nuisance. You have to do something or another, then throw yourself off a cliff. I'm just worried that the something or another is kill every enemy. Fellas! Fellas! Bonfire aesthetic, neat. Past this. Fun. Oh, we can't go through. Okay, yep. Seems like the answer is combat. Fighting these three is gonna be harder than the boss. Okay, at least he flinches when struck over the head with a halberd. I am amazed I didn't clip on the wall. Oh good, they can heal too. No, 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 no! You fucking assholes! Alright, halberd is the weapon to use because it actually flinches Havel and it's got range. I remember that, like, the first time I ever did this, I was like, wow, that was really annoying. The boss must be the worst thing ever, and then I beat it first try, and I was like, wow, okay. That was definitely worth my time. But it is kind of like the biggest piece of, like, neat hidden content, so you're gonna do it. Alright, this time let's just fight Havel all at once. I'll just fight Havel by himself so they're not all running me down. We're not hitting him with just the blade, but that's gonna be really difficult to manage. Never mind, I say that and then we do it. Alright. Yep, halberd goated. I'm sorry I ever doubted this weapon type. I will go back to ignoring them when we get to DS3 sometime next month. Okay, first record. He's got the goofy ass multi-stab heavy attack on his rapier. Not the most practical thing in the world. I was feeling a little nervous about spin move because she couldn't seem to make up her mind on where she wanted to stand. There we go. What do you have to give? Another bonfire aesthetic. Wee. But yeah, you get to the end, you get to this pit, and then you just kind of yuck yourself in.
Young undead, let us. You have seen what once was a great man, but slowly it is we.
Oh, and we get a spell. Resonant Soul is a spell that uses some of your money to deal damage. Okay. Tights of Judgment. What a good item description. A good name. Alright, so that's the most annoying one down. So let's go to the Shaded Woods one. And after all this, the actual, like, final area, which is the DLC. Because I consider the final boss of this game really easy, really anticlimactic, very boring. So the actual final boss will be the Fume Knight, or Sir Alonne. I don't know, whichever one kind of happens first. I feel like the Fume Knight's more appropriate than Sir Alonne, despite Sir Alonne being harder. Oh, there's a chest here that we missed too. Is it Humanities? Oh, another spell.
Yeah.
Alright. Here you go, champ. I just remember falling in holes a lot during this whole process. Which probably could have jumped that, but I don't wanna. Ow. Jump into that pit. Ow. Why is it that their version of, like, emit force actually knocks me around? Alright, this is needlessly annoying. The fact that there's an archer there. Okay, let's lead him into this room. We're not getting shot at by the peanut gallery. Ow, fuck. Now stop that. Oh lord. I knew I was cutting it close when I did that. Okay, now we can get out of this area. Why do you not take much damage? Okay, I'll just take the scimitar and kill that damn thing, get it out of the way. What does any of this mean? I don't know. the lore implications of the Dark Covenant. I don't get it. Given how important light and dark are, like, conceptually for the endings, it is odd to me that this has nothing to do with either ending. You could just kind of do whatever. Alright. By very skillful, just using the light attack repeatedly. You fool. You've been outplayed. Or that he would just fight you in like an open arena. No tricks. Anyways, dark hole, throw into dark hole. Aged feather out. And we can do the last one. This was, I mean, we did this in kind of weird order. We did like the first available one second, and we're gonna use the second available one last. Where's the pit? Yeah, we have Black Gulch. Don't quite remember where exactly it was in Black Gulch, but it's in part of here. We just have to find the right edge to throw ourselves off of. I think it's over there. Serpentine, serpentine. Okay, nice. That was painless. What are they doing up there? Alright, let's see here. Okay, big ol' hammer and a pyromancer. A little annoyed that the wizards seem to have aggroed. Get out of here, get out of here, get out of here. Ow. Alright. It's obscured by the way that the phantoms look in this zone, but that big wrapping on their head is supposed to be bright yellow. Yay. The bonfire aesthetic. Looking for the right hole. Okay, it's probably behind that mist then. Alright, this is extra lazy. Just the same two guys again. So many armor sets and weapons, and you couldn't come up with anything else? I'm gonna die. Mud door fucker. Alright. Yes, I hate how this encounter's playing out. I can get my crossbow, it'll probably not be doing that much damage. Does any... it might be useful. Alright, and now we have to run all the way over there too. Alright. Give him the Figgy. We can go back down. I'll see if I can't just aggro one at a time. That would be nice. An option. He runs fast for a big guy. I can see them coming up. Almost. Alright. Fuck it. Get over here. Got halberd for the big guy. Scimitar for the small one. At least this seems like a really good place to farm bonfire aesthetics, and because you can take bonfire aesthetics and reasonably turn them into humanity if you know the right place to use them. Could be useful for that. A big hole, nothing over there. Good. I shouldn't have used this on that. That was a mistake. I'll never get over how mediocre this is. Oh no, that was actually a solid hit. Never mind, they're better than I remember. Yeah, I'm a miracle build, I forgot. Good spell. Now I can proceed, and yep, that's the right dark hole. Hang on, I'm getting a seed something. I wanna make sure. Alright. There we go. And after we do all that, I believe we just kind of turn around and talk to him again.
Not young. Amongst you.
Think. Because we threw ourselves into every hole. So that should work. I think you have to go back and then interact with those big things that don't really seem like... They're shaped like nothing. I don't know what they're supposed to be. I'm just gonna try and circumvent everything just to get me to the room with the big thing in it. That thing. Oh. Okay, I might have to look it up. Because I seem to have forgotten how that works. Let's go to the one that's the easiest to talk to him at. Also, there weren't as many gaps you needed to jump as I remember. It just seemed to be the one. But I am not complaining. Alright, where is this bastard? This away.
Fight not young. The embrace of the dark is gentle. The embrace.
Wait, why is he saying that? I jumped in every hole, I think. Let's see. What did I do wrong? I threw myself at every hole. Alright. The dark chasms. Oh wait, hang on. Maybe I forgot a step. Okay. Alright, so everything we just did didn't count. Let's do it again. Luckily, knowing is half the battle or whatever, so we should be fine, but still. The other half of the battle. Violence. Okay, we need to light these. But how? Hey, I'm thinking here. What if Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, we need to light all of those on fire as well, so I forgot that part of this whole thing. So get in, kill the invaders, light the thing, throw yourself into a hole. Then and only then can we go fight the boss. I hope it's worth it. That'd give me the message for getting the Covenant up, but apparently not. Go to the Gulch one. So yeah, from now on, here's the new thing. Go in, kill the guys, light a fire, kill yourself. Those are the steps. Almost. Oh shit, it found us. Did it come through the doors? Like if a lamprey had fingers on its head. Right. I don't know how the human effigies do this, but I don't know, man. Alright. So glad the halberd is strong enough to flinch people. I mean, it better be, given how slow and cumbersome it is. Alright, dodged with it, which was kind of a bad move. And that was worse. Might as well heal. See. Got 4 hours and 30 minutes of torch left. Better put it out just to save, just to conserve that. Very quickly cleared the gap. Why did that do less? Oh no. Yeah, I figured that. Alright, well, his stupid friend showed up and kept me from just yucking spells all day. It's a bit of a shame. I'm still annoyed that it's like, oh yeah, 2 Xanthus Crown Pyromancers, 2 Ironclad. Guys. We have used up a decent, like, bit of our human effigies. I'm not worried about running out or anything, but if I don't cock this up, we'll only need two more, and one to go back and fix this one, and the other one to take that one out. Maybe. There's a chance that things still go pear-shaped, I don't know. Hopefully we manage to do all this bullshit in under an hour, though. Because I want to do, like, the actual, like, dungeon. It's fun and neat. One, two, go away. One, two, yay. The halberd's defensive playstyle is the reason I don't find it that useful against the casters. The casters also very defensive, what with the way they backpedal and all. If you don't have any flame butterflies, I'm not certain how you're supposed to do this, but won't be our problem. Because we've got so many of the damn things. Now he rolled out. I'm glad in future they made the sweet spot mechanic of halberds less obnoxious. Because you get like half damage if you don't hit them with the actual blade. It's kind of annoying. I'd also like to pour one out for Cyan's halberd, which probably would have been the halberd of choice if we found it earlier in the game, but at this point... Alright. Last port out of here, go to the Shaded Woods, and then ideally, it should only take us 2 more runs through these things. 1 or 2, it's... I don't quite recall. Either it'll give it to us when we, what was it? Either we'll do the fight the next time we light a torch and go in, or we'll have to light the torch, go through the thing, throw ourselves into darkness, and then do it again. I am asking DS2 to respect my time, though, so that might be a losing battle.
Yeah. If.
Oops.
If.
Yeah, let's get in there. This one is not a halberd mission. This is a scimitar all the way. Swing fast, do a lot of damage, get out. I would like to report there was one notable fight that you missed, Ava, that of slight specific interest to you, which is Ava with 2 A's, but like at the front, like 3 A's total, two no! 3 A's total, 2 A's at the front. It was a big cat. I didn't like it. Stupid fucking hole. To play this game like I play Minecraft. I just want it to be done. I want to move on to the fucking Iron Keep. Expert at locating chasms. Alright. Figgy. Go. Gotta go back in. Actually gonna try something slightly different because I'm curious. Try the falchion. Just have a... I can't feel like someone is lying to me. They're saying like, oh, you never get even more than like 50% of your dex bonus, but this is doing 98 additional damage, which is more than 50%, but hey. I want to see if the falchion with Sunlight Blade is actually better than using the scimitar with lightning on it. Looking similar, if anything, but not too much different. Alright. No! Fuck off! Alright, I don't think it's doing more damage. How annoying. I think this one's my least favorite one. This is probably not the one I should have chosen to be the last one. Is that stupid jackass with the bow. Also try the Hide Knight sword out to see if it does any, like, notable damage. Anything that'll kill that dual dagger guy faster so I can actually get to the archer would be nice. Maybe I could increase my poise so the dagger guy could stun me. Even though I think this game works off hyper armor, so the only time I'd be able to poise through his attacks are when I'm attacking. I don't know, poise is weird. Never was quite certain how it worked. It's just, the bigger the number, the harder it is to make you flinch. Maybe I can just peek in and shoot one of them. Morning. Good morning. Maybe that'll lure out just that guy and life will be easier. Yeah, he's coming with intent. He was pissed. And now he's lost. Let's see. Oh, dang it. Be gone with you. Yeah, I much prefer the curved sword to the thing. No, I just happened to say good morning after you. I happened to say morning after you did. It was a pure coincidence. Where's streamer? Doesn't read chat. Yeah. Alright. Lit the things. Did that, so now this should work. There we go. Yeah, this is what we're looking for. The Dark Lurker. It's got a primarily projectile-based moveset. Ow. Boy wee, that did a lot. And I was kind of expecting that to go like anywhere else. Can't help but notice the scimitar is doing like no damage to it. Might have to change tactics here. Get the halberd out. Dang, I was hoping we could swing high enough to catch its toes. I was about to roll, but I didn't believe. Ah, fuck. How's that gonna work? Oh, it just goes through it like a little portal. That's why it summons two of them. I was wondering why there weren't two projectiles. I remember it vaguely remember it doing some nonsense about, like, cloning itself at some point. Yeah, like that. Wonder why I'm not doing that much damage to it at all. That's gonna kill me. Alright, that's gonna be a bit of a hassle. Alright, let's see. What do I have on hand that could make that better? Maybe it's weak to fire, which would make some amount of sense. Try that out. Should keep the chime on hand too. I have been reading them. Are you... What's wrong? Not paying attention?
I knew that
Yeah, Souls games are hard. Also a streamer.
the mouth, if
Tried Elden Ring? Yeah. And Elden Ring's the only one of these that I actually have, like, platinumed or whatever you want to call it, depending on thing. Yeah. Every other game's way more annoying to try and get all the stuff in. Stuck on Mesmer. I'm trying to think if I have any advice for that. Nothing's coming to mind. And I've only done the DLC once. Ouch. I punched him out with the Star Fist. I did the DLC when it came out, and then I did a randomizer run, but I forget when, if I ever fought him on the randomizer. Finished story mode now stuck in DLC. Yeah, I'm saying I've only gone through the DLC in its entirety once, so I haven't fought Mesmer that many times, but I've done like 10 or so playthroughs of actual Elden Ring. Because I think it's the one that actually brings me the most joy with other playstyles, whereas with 1, 2, and 3, I kind of have to force myself to do anything other than just melee people to death. Not really a... Spellcasting is not my first instinct ever. Alright. let's see. I remember how I beat the Dark Lurker so easily the first time I played this. I was probably using a curved greatsword or a actual greatsword. Okay, damage. Intolerably fast. Alright, that goes there. That comes out the other one. Got a call. Ouch. Time is it? It's in the wee hours of the morning. 7. Oh, that wasn't it doing a big burst attack, it was just splitting. Alright. So the wee hours of the morning isn't quite right, because I forgot time. 5 a.m. Yeah, it's a bit earlier. Oh, Lord. Ah, damn it. Alright. So the new plan is not working that well. Still dark outside. I recently invested in blackout curtains, and by that I mean I set them up literally today. So I hadn't even noticed that it's kind of bright at this point. I have to sleep during the day for work purposes, so I was getting sick of the light bothering me. For today. Yeah, yesterday was the end of my weekend. I wanted to do more with my weekend, but I mostly just ended up sleeping, unfortunately, but it happens. That's how life goes sometimes. What else did I have? Try and free aim this higher. Probably not. Because I don't. It's just like a personal preference thing, but I tend to only use Discord like a group chat between like 8 people. I don't normally mess around with social media too much. Okay, I'm just gonna have to actually aim this. There we go. It's like for sure you can promote your channel there. can't hurt. No guarantees, but eh. Alright, let's see here. Pretty sure physical is better. Try that. Damn. Uh-huh. That's a rough one. Okay, it's probably gonna start splitting here. That time we actually got good damage on it while it did that. So... Shit. Why are you still swinging? Okay, there we go. And there it is, that's the Dark Diver. Dark Lurker, rather. Dark Diver's the old man. Don't know what weapons it can be made into, but... it's pretty solid as far as a super boss goes.
The dark that we need the abyss more now than ever.
And gives a bunch of stuff.
I bequeath.
And his chime, which is actually better than ours for the purpose of doing lightning damage. Of course, you need fucking 50 faith to use it, wow. Alright.
Well,
Hey, how much we got in the way of rocks? Okay, we can buy 6 of these. 5 of those and 2 of those. There we go.
there and
Also, while I'm at it, let me just, let me think here. more decks while we're at it. And to check on that, now that we've done it. Bird versus bird. Plus 155. Plus 1. Okay, so there's technically better, but it is much heavier. Oh, and it's got a thrusting moveset. I mean, if it wasn't so damn heavy, I could see the appeal of it, but normal halberd is. Alright, I also need him to repair my ring. Alright, now we can move on to the last area of the game. I can be done with DS2 until I inevitably play it again at some point. But for now, it can't hurt me. Alright, in the meantime, I would like to discuss the idea that it would be easier for me to add someone on Discord as opposed to just having a link posted and me clicking on that. Something ain't adding up, I don't think. But then again, I was never good with numbers. Need something for the narrow hallway coming up ahead. That's just 7. Probably just easier. Oh, that's a bit of pain. Ah. Alright. Not quite like the ironclads. It's such a banal thing to have in a... Liquid textures are always something that's kind of interesting in games to me. I mostly point it out because this lava does not look great. Like, it's passable, it works, but... I don't believe there's a real liquid there. Check on that. Let's see. We've missed and nothing. Melter wedge, 6. Don't use any of these. That's a bonus area over there that's never relevant. Or is it that one? One of the two towers you just never go to. I do really like the visual design of this DLC a lot. I have no idea where we are. Apparently, like, Mordor. Whoever made a fort out here, or a castle or whatever, it's seems unwise just on the virtue of what are you protecting? Broom tower. Alright, so it's not a castle or a fort, it's a tower. The point still stands that there doesn't seem much of a purpose to building a structure like this in the middle of nowhere. For looking out then? Maybe. It is pretty though, like in a way where it kind of sucks. Like, I think the ash is neat. There's comedically large axes. And we're looking for 2 guys here. The Fume Knight and Alonne. I can vaguely remember where either of them are. Alright. DLC is getting off to a start. I don't remember it being like this. Oh good, they don't even take that much damage from lightning. Halberd time. God damn it. Need the range right now. I complained so much about the encounter design in the Ivory Crown DLC. Now already they're trying to make me look like a fraud by just 4 dudes, same spot. There you go. That's the fight. They're gonna get all up in each other and be really annoying to deal with. Oh well. Scythe plus 7. The scythe is not a scythe. It's a bardiche. I think the scythe is like the most wrong weapon in the game. Because it's labeled scythe. Its weapon class is halberd. And it is a bardiche. So No part of that is right. Alright, that. Those right there are what you can use the... Ow. Didn't know he had a vert like that. Oh shit, I'm gonna die. I whiffed. Those messes of hands are what you use smelter wedges on. You would be tempted to, you know, use your... I'm trying to find it. Alright, the partisan. There we go. Yeah, like these. It is... Oh, fuck! I forgot they could fight. Okay, you would be tempted to smelter wedge them. However, like, if you're going for a specific item, yeah, you're gonna have to wedge all of them. But you get 6 to start with. There's another area where there's some more hidden. If you want to actually, like... The important part is the boss. The actual, like, you want to say you beat the DLC boss. He's got like 4 of those in his room, and he's basically unbeatable if you don't wedge every single one of them. So unless you want to explore like way more of the DLC to make him even doable, just ignore him. I am not 100% clear on the lore. Okay, going back to the lore of when Manus, Father of the Abyss, was killed and then his bits turned into 4 women. That's one of them. Nadalia, Bride of Ash, I believe is her name. I don't remember why she's like that. I just assume it's a bad thing. I think the only daughter of Manus who ended up in like a good spot was the one who married the Ivory King. And even then he died, so... Good was kind of a fleeting thing there. Yay for the spear. Shout out to the spear. I like not being able to... Well, I like not having to get right up in something's face to fight it. And it doesn't take nearly as much stamina as the, Oh, is it? As the halberd. Another thing I'd like to talk about when it comes to weapons. Fantasy video games have really given people the wrong idea about how heavy weapons are. Because weapons are a thing that you were, like, intended to be swinging, like, all day. They're not really that tough to wield in terms of weight. I'm pretty sure your standard sword, like, once it gets to 3 pounds, you're like, ah, shit, it's pretty heavy. And he turns on a dime. I want to backstab him. There we go. Okay, that ash armor does make them marginally more annoying to deal with, but not impossible. was hoping I could knock him off. Yeah, I only mentioned that because, like, I don't know what the weight units are. People in the fandom joke and call them Miyazakis. But, like, this 6 Miyazaki greatsword is still a little heavy. Actually, don't know who was the the director of the B team. This game was made by the B team. But I guess instead of Miyazaki's, they'd be whatever his name is. We talked about it during the credits, and that was the most apparent secret door in this game. That was like actually just like super indented and whatever. But I talked about it. There's like the one great man tendency of people when a game is good or bad. They're just like, yeah, it's this guy's fault. Even though if you watch the credits, there's at least like 100 guys, at least, every game. So it always feels a little odd when they're just like, yeah, it's this guy's fault. These guys have explosive barrels. Yeah, like that. Keep fire damage well and away from them. I think this DLC exists to prank pyromancers specifically. Also, I love these stupid, like, these are animate armors. I love their stupid, like, reach over tech with their bows. I think that's very silly. Get back. Blow up. There you go. They're not the wisest bunch, the barrel guys. They mostly exist to like just kind of get in your way and potentially cause you to hurt yourself. Can't. Stupid slide back. Just knocked him clear out of my own range. Wherever the lower you get, the worse this gets. I mean, something blew up. I don't know if it was this guy's fault. Oh, he's throwing fire bombs. When I was younger and dumber, is that better Castus than the one we have? Yes, yes it is. Anyways, when I was younger and dumber, I used to think that shields were just something you could strap to your hand and not have to hold at all and it would work just fine. Like, you could be wielding anything in that hand and also it could have a shield on it. I come to find out that that's not how that works, but that's not to say that there weren't weapons or other things designed that were like basically shield, but also you could have a knife. Is the question of how do I keep myself safe while also stabbing the other guy was one that people were very interested in answering. I guess there is some purpose of fire damage. If you have a ranged fire attack, you can blow those guys up from far away and mitigate their threat, but I think most things here resist fire decently well. Under a somewhat backwards, not really logic of, well, I was already burned once, so what's it gonna do to me the second time? If I remember correctly, I hate this next room. Yeah, there's the big guys, there's other guys, there's gonna be a lady to buff them. Next room sucks. Alright, let me hide behind this ladder for cover, because that'll definitely work. It apparently did. I'm not a fan of these enemies in particular because of their habit of just, like, vomiting out lava at regular intervals. Like, that does damage. That's not just, like, a visual thing. Which means you kind of have to play at a slight distance at all times if you don't want to just... Ow. You don't want to... Yeah, like that. I see it kept him safe long enough for him to avoid me finishing him there. And it does it again! What just blew up there? Is that his arrows? Yeah, but she gives the ash armor to everything. I'm just gonna use a Radiant Life Gem. I've got more than enough of them. I am built to last out here. Now this guy needs to get out of here. I do like how by emphasizing the black parts of the fire, they are able to sell the idea of dark and flame at the same time. Titanite, Human Effigy, Twinkling Titanite, Dried Root. He's one of my weirdo healing items. Like, she's a root. Rouge water. I've never bothered using these items ever. I'm gonna walk past and this guy's not gonna get up, right? Where'd you come from? Yeah, I think it's a little nonsense that that hit me out of the crit immediately, but hey. These ladies, wow, no flinching. I hit with a spear heavy attack. Oh shit. Ow. That's hacks. I believe they're called Fume Sorceresses. They're annoying. they harass with long-ranged attacks, and then you get close and they still have knives, so that sucks. And they also do that thing like they did to me where you hit them, they disappear, and then they're behind you. Alright. I didn't think you were gonna clear that much space in that short period of time. Can things stop hitting me out of the crit animation? It's getting old fast. Your turn. I really wish some of these crit animations would come back, though. They become very standardized as the series goes on, whereas I think the hoisting them up with the spear looks pretty cool. Also, oh no, it's breaking. Time to use repair powder. Even though I never use repair powder. It's not even a full restore, it's a ripoff. Switch to the halberd for a little bit. As long as we don't have to deal with like a whole lot of them at the same time, the halberd's just fine. Honestly, we could even just use like the big ass halberd that works more like a spear. It's a bit heavy, but we'll live. Okay, across that chain is a completely optional area. Nothing good happens there. There's some items over there. There's also the recurring NPC invader who uses a lance and a great shield. Main thing is just don't go there. And it can't hurt you. Or at least don't go there until you get a shortcut back to that area. There's the Scorching Iron Scepter over there, and it's not optional? Oh. The main purpose of the main function of the DLC is, once you get the Scorching Iron Scepter in there, the tower actually starts running again. Means you can ride the various elevators and get around a bit better. We'll coat ourselves in water for as little good as it's going to do. Don't you do it. I think the funny thing about coating yourself in water is, why do you suppose that the sorceresses use lightning magic? You use flash sweat. Actually, I don't know if flash sweat makes you weaker to... Alright, I'm gonna call nonsense. How am I hitting the wall behind me with a thrust? This halberd truly is just kind of a bad spear. I guess bad's a bit too pejorative. It's a slow spear. Why did that blow it up? There's no fire on it. Time to engage in some ranged combat, I think. I do not have that many fire arrows on me. That does not do that much. Oh, I can push that? That information is huge. completely changed the nature of the encounter. I thought I was gonna have to walk past that thing and that was gonna be like the line drawn in the sand, that if I cross it, I'm not gonna have an easy, like, free way to retreat from them. I do like how they bounce off the wall of spikes like it's a Tekken combo. That was a mistake. I overcommit. Get some distance and sip. Poke. Okay, he's got a decently fast turnaround attack. Can be staggered, eventually. Fire Drake Stone, it's a little late for those to be popping up, but can't hurt. Other one. Is this the one that's mandatory? This tiny room for? No, we have to go to a tower for some reason. I will bet that's where our rod is. I vaguely remember there being some nonsense that happens here. I know you can light those sconces with fire, but I forget what the purpose of it is. Alright, these guys! The Fatmen. They've got some basic melee attacks, and they can also just go nuclear for some reason. Ouch. They can just scream and then explode. Yeah, like that. And they set the thing off, so that shows the fire damage lights those thing. Some guy who joined Quicksword Rachel. Oh, hi. Why are you doing that? Go on, swing, make my day. Burn now, you fool, you fucking idiot. You absolute goober. Bear witness to the ironic hell of your own creation. In striking at me, you killed yourself, or something. I've never killed her this way. So this is something. Wait, why have I not turned her way? What a fucking duel. What a battle. Now, being lit on fire doesn't seem to kill them or do any damage to them. But it might guarantee they do that attack, which, you know, pros and cons. Con, they die. Pro, they die. Con, does a lot of damage. Isn't there, kind of interesting fellas? Not really. Or they're very negligible enemies. Oh, finally. Recollection, don't know what that does. Twinkling Titanite. Ouch. Why? Why did you teleport in and then teleport again immediately? Just teleport where you want to go. This Halbert's Eye, I am glad it's getting its 5 seconds of fame before the end of the game. We are definitely not beating the major boss with it, though. Or likely any boss. Seems like there's stuff down there, but probably best finding a ladder or something and not just throwing ourselves off the cliff. Maybe something happens if all these are lit. Try that. Survey says no. Oh, but there's a ladder. I don't only have one cast of Sunlight Blade. I haven't cast it more than once. Actually, yeah. Damn it, that's another term I'm gonna have to ban. They keep coming up with these view hosting sites. I can't ban all of them. Actually, I probably can, but... I was so proud of myself for automatically banning the first one, and now they found a breach in my defenses. Good news is, this was the way we were supposed to go. Because that's the rod that we need. I think we only killed one of those enemies in that whole room. Hey, just grab it with your bare hands. He did. Absolute mad lad. Oh shit. That doesn't really matter. Yeah, their explosion attack takes too long for it to reasonably be a threat to anyone. Like, I guess if you fall asleep. Which I would fall asleep if I was... that doesn't really work. I had a self-depreciation bit that I was gonna run with, but... it doesn't make quite enough sense to say it's like, I'd fall asleep if I was watching one of my streams, but they're not watching it, they're part of it. What the? Alright, with that tower done, we can go put the sweltering rod, or whatever the fuck it was called, do the whole let's see, what is it? The Scorching Iron Scepter. Oh, the discovery of iron producing miracle, he was reborn. That's a powerful leader. Iron producing miracle, the tower itself, or what? Here's the scepter part of it. Take this and then travel to the bottom of the thing. Foyer. Foyer being spelled like that is quite frustrating to me. A English-speaking Anglo-Saxon. Alright. Get that up in there. Why was it not here to begin with? But now we can rise and fall with these various elevators. I believe we need to go up for Sir Alonne, down for the Fume Knight. And like a really jank way to fight the Blue Smelter Demon, but unless I just accidentally walk into the Blue Smelter Demon, I am not fighting that thing. Use your mind's eye. Picture the Smelter Demon. Now make it blue. There you go. You're done. You did all the work. Locked. Why? Oh, ow. Let's try and catch this one as it's going up. I am a fan of this dungeon, despite it being kind of hard to remember, like, where goes, like, which way goes where. So many elevators. So I guess this guy set himself on fire getting to us, because he's missing a lot of health. I thought I could do it. My greed's disgusting. Alright. Let's use our human effigy just to keep our HP high. And we did the big human effigy draining thing, and we still have 30, so... not at much risk of running out at this point. Yeah, aesthetically I do like this place. I think it is just... unfortunately it suffers from being the Iron Keep, but like more. But hey, nothing wrong with realizing an idea that wasn't fleshed out all that well, because the Iron Keep is like, what, 5 rooms? Not a very big place, whereas this feels a bit more expansive. There's a lot more going on here, even if it is all locked doors. Motherfucker. We're gonna go through that room again, and we can also check... elevator that is like a bridge or whatnot. Eh. Okay, they can be made to flinch. And die. A moron. That's just another way to this thing. What's over here? The outdoors. One tiny bit of land. The Simpleton's Ring. Alright, I gotta know what that does. You've sold me. Makes wear invisible while rolling. But what about that is Simpleton? There you go. What room is this? Oh, there's Big Man. Ow, I was getting ready. Alright. Big Man's kind of a pain in the ass because I can see him getting the healing effect despite it's happening through that wall. They want me to use a rod, but I refuse. Maybe I'm safe out here. Oh, thank goodness he gave up. Put the door faster. Why are we making a career out of it? Oh no! I don't think there's 6 ladies I need to rod at the bottom of the, like where the Fume Knight is. Maybe I can spare the one just to kill that guy. 'Cause I am feeling spiteful and I desire to kill that guy. I can also jump into that place, see where that goes, but one thing at a time. There are a lot of doors. Unfortunately, I don't think you can bait him out far enough to get away from the heal. And unless you can, like, 2-shot him, don't expect to actually be able to, like, out-damage the healing he's getting. It's kind of a lot. You, stop it. Well, now we have a different problem. Nadalia. Alright, I don't know how they actually intended you to do that, but whatever. She's now out of the way. So doing this shouldn't be that hard now. At least it's not, yeah, at least we caught it, so it was relatively quick to do. poke. Ah. Comboed me with the stupid fire gout. Okay, I thought I spaced it, but it's longer than I thought. I hit the roll button, please. Good God, he's folding me up. I hate those guys, again, mostly just because of the intermittent bouts of fire from their shoulders. Now I'm just stuck trying to remember, where is Sir Alonne? I want to fight him. Well, that doesn't help. Going all the way up doesn't help either. Still gonna try and fight that big guy, though. Or maybe it would be better just to fight him from range, but I'm dumb. There we go. Holograd 10 Titan shards of petrified something and a broadsword +7. Oh, and whatever's in this treasure chest. If it was a mimic, I would have scrimped. Life ring +3. I want to see how much that actually does give us. Hang on. That still doesn't feel like that much. Do you rise or fall, or you just chill out in this position that's useful for absolutely nothing? Sick. Is there any other of these that are moving? That one raises and lowers, but where's it going? The only thing annoying about this place, I will say, is that, yeah, like, if you keep catching them when they're, like, out of position for what you want to do, it is a little frustrating. Luckily, it's just a couple seconds journey either way. It's not like it takes that long for any of them to get where they're going. We'll do it. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. I do not like those things. That wasn't an invitation. Ow. Ow. Alright, wait. Retreat. Magic should fix this problem. Okay, that does, like, not that much. There we go. I'm using an E club that inflicted blood loss, but I'm gonna say it. If you get hit enough by that to bleed, you're probably already dead. Tower key. Okay, good. Make it stop! Alright, let's bait him somewhere else real fast. Okay, I didn't mean to get hit, but... Okay. Go grab it, go grab it, go grab it. Human effigies? Cool, whatever. Get out of here. Alright, now it's time to try and figure out if this key goes to every door. Like, just a few of them. I don't remember there being anything of note down here. I remember, like, starting to explore this place and then getting, like, really annoyed and being like, yeah. This isn't what I was thinking of. Never mind. Not the spot I was imagining. That gets us lower. And lower is where the boss is. That, like, dome of ash is where you fight the boss of the DLC. But not him yet. I want to fight Sir Alonne. Spell Quartz Ring makes us resist magic. Neat in an area where I don't think anyone does magic damage. But it's the thought that counts. Okay, over there is stuff that we don't need. Let's get out of the hallway. Damn it. Yeah, there's one me there. Whatever, that's not enough souls to get worked up over, but... Kinda wish they didn't block the exit. I didn't want to fight. This thing really is just a slow spear. It does enough damage to make up for that, but still. Like it's heavy more than the spinning heavy, though. Alright, time to go find some more locked doors. Like the one that's up. I will say, looking at this weapon, it kind of doesn't look like anything, though. Like, why is its blade like that? Okay, where was the place where I got to a locked door and was annoyed? It was up an elevator. That, over there. Oh, one-handed, it just has a spear moveset? That's actually, like, just thrust? That's pretty baller. Having that weirdo smash as the heavy is kind of whatever, though. Yes. Yes. This might be the way. Thank you, tower key. Prowlers, plural. Bet you're not so tough when you're not getting healed constantly. Come this way. Oh no, it's prowlers, plural. And he didn't even flinch upon getting stabbed in the chest with a halberd. Alright, we need to retreat. I bet you wouldn't come down this. Why are there fucking 4 of them? Alright, let's use the other halberd. Maybe it's better for this. Maybe it's wimpy little thrusts don't dagger those guys, but this will. There's dudes with katanas, which convinces me I'm on the right path. But you guys are, there you go. I don't know why your friend didn't want to fight. Also don't know why... Their armor doesn't look that heavy. Are you high? Why can I stagger an ironclad guy with this stuff, but these, like, medium armor samurai dudes... Nothing. Got 6 of them? Ah, he is here. And they can't just stop me from walking past them. Alright. Let's have an honorable duel. You, like all 5 of you, and me. I immediately miss. That's a good start. Why are there so many of them? Oh good, they can heal too. This fight has no consequence, by the way, because if I die, I don't lose anything, and I'm right next to the bonfire. Like, I already lit it. They're not going to be able to invade me from this room. Only thing I'm fighting for is my pride. Shit. Come on. We got one. Take 2 sips. I'm surrounded. Put this on the list of things that are going to be harder than the actual boss fight. Damn it, he rolled past the sweet spot. Okay, we're almost there. Yes. All right. Spin move. Big dub. Huge W. We did it. Fuck those guys. Alright, now I'm gonna see if I remember the route. Where is my... Yes, Liuchi. What do you mean nothing happened? What? What? Why won't you fight me? Oh, I hate it when I have to take things to Google. Alright. Sir Alonne. So remember when I said I didn't want to fight Sir Alonne until I beat the Fume Knight? You can't do that. Alright, back to the foyer. Well, at least we have easy access to Sir Alonne. I don't know, it feels more conclusive to fight the Fume Knight, but last, but whatever. Anything but ending off on the blue smelter demon. Probably make that jump. I wonder what's in it for us if we do. A hole in the ground. Strength ring. Yeah, that's never gonna get used. Unless we wanted to, like, one-hand a greatsword. But I don't know how much strength it gives you. Oh, this is the part that I remember getting, like, really annoying, like, the more you go down. Oh, and it concludes in needing to open a door. Stop! Why do you have to stare at the stupid switch lovingly and then slowly tease it downwards? Just fucking grab it, just yank it, get it out of the way! Like, cut the foreplay and just pull the fucking thing. There are guys trying to kill us. Alright, get the partisan back out. A lot of dudes we're gonna have to kill in short order. A little annoyed that we whiffed entirely, but hey, whatever. One down. First whiff. I'm just gonna heal after everyone because I'm pretty sure there's a bonfire waiting for us after this little gauntlet. And it doesn't help that each one keeps hitting me. A bad case of the crumbly floor over there. Alright. Massive. Still can't get over Sunlight Blade only having one use. Oh, Partisan +6. So it can be forever inferior to my Partisan. Alright, that was a bit of a dirty trick. Finish him. Fuck it. Doesn't matter if you hit us. We still win. We always win. Alright, now you can gently pull the switch. What is with that delicate touch? Well, now where are we? Please don't tell me that one's gonna get up. I didn't know they had range on them. Yeah, the way he got down, yeah, his health bar's still there. He's gonna get back up. Oh, this might be the death of us. Sorcery clutch ring. Clutch rings make you take more damage, but do more damage with the specific thing that it lists. So in that case, it's magic damage up, but all damage you take up. It's a solid trade-off, honestly. And depending on like what breakpoints it lets you hit versus what enemies can hit breakpoints on you, etc., etc., etc. I'd use it. Again, I am dumb. There's a bonfire down here somewhere. I recommend finding that first. Because they're gonna spawn big dudes while you try and rod the lady. There we go. Alright, now it's time to apply the smelter rod. And now, is that 5 or 4 of them? That was 5. Actually, no, that was 4. So we used the one already. But yeah, you can get the fragments of her soul if you find all of them and rod all of them. I can't remember what item you can get with her soul, but that's the reason you do that. It's time to change the way this loadout works. It's been a long time since we rocked the offhand spear, main hand sword trick. Yeah, time for one of the most celebrated boss fights of this game. The Fume Knight. I immediately fucked up by not dodging with them. Yeah, he's got a decently fast-paced moveset. A lot of attacks. He's just pretty cool. Oh shit. He also does that if you try and find the wrong opportunity to heal. Let's see. While his sword is buffed, he cannot enter his second phase. Also, while his sword is buffed, nothing else happens. I don't think it actually meaningfully increases the damage, it just kind of glows like that. But yeah, as you can see, compared to a lot of bosses, he's just like really, really active. And he's entering his second phase. Two-handing his big-ass sword. It now does a lot of damage. And don't worry, he still swings it really fast. Alright, I've yet to find a use case for my spear, so we're, Aw, dang. I thought I dodged rolled past him. Yeah, he's actually pretty tough. He's not like mythically hard or anything, but he's like, again, he just has a different pace compared to a lot of other boss fights in the game. It's why he is beloved, I would think. My only regret is that we didn't stick to an iconic fit and then upgrade the shit out of that armor. Because I want to know how much of a difference actually upgrading your armor in this game makes. I've never bothered doing it. I've never bothered doing it in the first game either. Like, it seems like something you might as well do, but I'd rather have a variety of weapons that tangibly change my gameplay style rather than kick around with one suit of armor. Weapon and armor upgrades are just like completely dead in the series now. Alright, that hitting is interesting. Okay, he buffed up his sword. Now he can't go into the second phase, which is actually neat. So the main thing I would recommend, if you want to go for an easy fight against Mr. Man here, that you deliberately try and let him preserve his buff so that he never swaps phases. Or you do the opposite, which is something I didn't discuss. We'll try it if he kills us this run. Oh, I fucked it up. Okay, well. Okay, here's the other piece of advice if you're struggling with Mr. Knight. Though this one is a bit of a... We also might mess around with the spear this time around. But if you're struggling with him, and you think you're getting tired of the moveset switching up on you mid-fight, you can wear Velstalt's helm. Because long ago, Mr. Fume Knight actually got packed away by Velstalt. And seeing you wearing his stupid hat will really piss him off and make him enter his second phase immediately. I think that's kind of funny, one, but two, pretty useful if you're struggling with learning, like, making the transition between his first and second phase. You can just fight the second phase if that's what you're about. I, for one, consider the second phase harder because he only has one weapon to hit you with, the one that does a fuck ton of damage. He's not done. Oh, thank goodness I was far enough away. Yeah, so personally, I would not recommend this method. I think it's just better to deal with your lumps and having to fight the second phase like a shorter period of time. Unless that longsword and his offhand has really got you sad. Ouch. I do like the ringing noise that it makes when he does some of his more, like, magic attacks, I'll say. Like, we'll just call them magic. It is unique. Oh, shit. Alright. I'm just trying to find an opening to heal. That'll do. Yeah. I don't know why that keeps happening, but whatever. We're getting pretty close. Ah, damn it. Oh, okay. Wow, we almost cocked that up at the end there. But hey, you know, I shit-talked the Velstealth method, and then we win. It's just that simple. The game will do anything in its power to contradict me. I believe this... I actually don't know who this is. It might be the old Iron King, but it would feel weird for him to put his throne down here. We have now time to talk about what these crowns even do, because it's implied. Let's see. Crown of the old Iron King, the king sunk below the scorching iron, met the one whose name must never be repeated, and became Icarus Earth. Those were events of long ago, and today no one even remembers the king's name. Velstealth's helm actually gave really good defenses. We're gonna get some final level ups before we do the last fight. What was I gonna say about him? No, he's really cool. I think his fight's good. Like, his fight's very engaging. I think it's probably the best fight in Souls 2. Like, debatably, even. He's definitely on the top 5 list. No tricks, no bullshit, he throws down. However, now with him dead, we can fight the other boss of this DLC that I think is worth fighting. Cannot shit on the Blue Smelter Demon enough. Entering the memory of Sir Alonne, get your running shoes on. Who is this? Steel-wheeled Lori. I wouldn't recommend summoning anyone for this. But yeah, get ready to start running, because there is a shit ton of enemies in this thing. Grabbing the coin wasn't worth it at all. Yeah, Alonne Knights aren't the most threatening enemy, but I don't want to fight 100 Alonne Knights. Also, this is apparently the wrong way to go. Here we go. This area, which I'm trying to remember exactly. Can't remember if you want to fall down or if you want to stay. No, you definitely want to stay up. Quick double sip. Almost heal this to full. It's as good as we're gonna get. And then run through here to fight Sir Alonne. The reason why all the Alonne Knights use katanas. He is a very similar fight to the Field Knight in that they're out. There's no bullshit here. There's no tricks. He's just a guy with a fucking, I don't know what that weapon is called. The katana that you use to dismount cavalry. Fighting horses. But he's just got a decently, respectable moveset. Here, let me get my stupid Uchi that we've upgraded, but I think this spear's probably could be a better bet. Okay, the main thing that sucks about this fight is the run back, and I believe because it's a memory, you can't ever clear these guys out of here. You just always gotta deal with this every time you want to fight Sir Alonne. The Sir Alonne fun fact, if you manage to beat him without taking a single hit, he will honorably commit Sudoku. I have not managed to achieve that. I imagine it's pretty hard to do. And I imagine people who have done it wouldn't shut up about it. Okay, let's... Damn, I thought I could get the time to heal. Okay, roll with the swing when he does that. Oh, he clears the whole space in the room. All right, that's not a dash with a fixed distance. He's coming for you. I don't know if he has any particular weaknesses. Samurai has no weaknesses. But a shield would probably make this easier. Like any boss where I think dodging is kind of like tricky, I think shields are typically the it factor that can make the fight easy. Again, it just kind of depends. There's a fight in Elden Ring that, eventually when we get to that game, I think that a shield completely mitigates a lot of it, and it's otherwise a pretty tough fight. It's Rolana, actually, I'll just say it. I think Rolana is really annoying, but a shield makes her not as bad. Oh, Lord. Alright. Yeah, he's just a tough customer, Sir Alonne is. I did that way too early. Ouch. How far? This is the end. Ouch. I've already beaten the final boss. I saved Sir Alonne for the finale because, again, I wanted to do Fume Knight, but I think these are the more climactic fights. Someone would have to pay me a substantial sum of money to get me to fight the stupid twin tiger fight. I don't care. I'm not doing it. I think someone would just have to ask me nicely to fight the blue smelter demon, because I don't think that fight's that bad. It's just boring. It's like, who cares? Yes, I am speaking. I've answered your question, too. Now I've answered the other one. I'm muted. That would do it. Alright. Just take this opportunity to immediately heal. There we go. The good news about Sir Alonne compared to the Fume Knight is there is no second phase. He's given it 100% from the very beginning. I did not know he could do that. Well, you learn something every day. That I know what it does. Okay. Also, his boss theme's good. I had forgotten about it. Can I heal? Because he's kind of just squaring me up right now. Okay, we're not losing that much damage. Oh. Okay. I did that way too early again. Oh, he's just gonna do it again. Yeah, that was a mistake to try and heal there. The second he jumps back, he's just gonna dash back in. Alright, well, just give it the old second one. Let's see, what do I... Is there a ring that I don't want right now? Nah, all these are good. Wait, that's the wrong thing. Look new here. Barely. It's been like a couple of... 1-2 months at this point. I get like a tracker for that. I wonder if the halberd would work. You might get too close regularly for it to be a good idea. Wait, I'm confused. Ouch. That's unfortunate. That. Again, really early. Okay, that's more damage than we were getting. But unfortunately, it does take a lot more stamina to swing the halberd. Yep. Huh. Forgot he could do that. Yeah, we're getting too close, and it's doing less because of it. Yeah, halberd's probably not the best idea. It's too sluggish. There you go. Ah, too early again. shit. Heal again. Play it safe. Did that way too early. Alright. Heal for the road. I keep doing that. Just find an opening when he does something else. Or we're just gonna keep walking around each other. Ah, a whiff. Alright, that's huge. Huh. Thought that that hit, but not full on. Go. Fuck! I got greedy and swung. I should have held. I should have waited. I thought he was just gonna stand still for a while. Let's see. Trying to think. Any other weapon I want to mess around with on this? Nah, I think the Scimitar's probably the best. Only other one would be like the Dragon Great Axe. Not Great Axe. Honestly, I could probably with actual armor too. Is I the Ironclad's a bit much. Alonne Knight. Yeah. You have any scheduled stream? Nah, not really. I mean, it just kind of comes to whenever I feel like it, between working and then doing my other stuff that I have to do just in the personal life. I try and get a lot done on my days off, which are Tuesday and Wednesday, but other than that, there's no guarantee. It's mostly, it's most common for me to do it like before work, which is like 10 my time. Like anywhere from like 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. my time. Just because that's when I can most days. Use these. Ah, shit. Okay, he's doing the parry thing. E. I was gonna say, also, I do like to, like, I prefer playing stuff with my friends, but right now, because of me working night shift, it's kind of awkward to schedule around stuff. I did that way too. Whatever. You know what? We take those. Yeah. Just heal up on that one. I'm running out of stamina to keep up with them. Alright, let's try this. Well, thank goodness he did a slow attack to punish, because it took a while. Ah, shit. It's not that big of a deal. But now his sword is making a marginally annoying noise. Alright. Get some hits in. Alright. Dodge that. Alright, he's done. Or not. Not quite. Yay! He only had 21 health left. Like that, I kind of wish I were to have the crossbow or whatever. Or to actually use magic. And... Alright, now we just kind of have to awkwardly wait around, because it's in a memory. Oh, I wonder if there's something through that door, actually. Ah, sick, a chair. One extra smelter wedge. Well, that done. But it's Dark Souls 2. I'm trying to think now. Now that I have like time to think and not fighting Sir Alonne. No, those two, Sir Alonne and the Fume Knight, are way better final bosses than the actual final boss of the game. Chandra and Vendrick are... Not Vendrick, Aldia are kind of whatever. Going to, I don't know, throw some stats around. Alright, trying to think. No, I saw you reach your affiliation goal. Yeah, I did. It's been a... It's been a minute. I guess, like, I think doing it in, like, around a month is decent. Granted, I know some of the people there are, like, old friends that have been, like, inactive for a whole while, but they still count. And put your custom units. Nah. I got a lady that honestly I should probably just like start linking her channel and my stuff or like putting her on recommended, but I've got a lady that's gonna be working on all my art stuff for me. She should be around during streams during December too, but for now she's mostly just gonna be a background person. She also chats sometimes. Repeat. Nah, not my profile pic. I'm waiting on that. This is just a random art from internet, unfortunately. I don't know who did it. Well, eventually, he's gonna hook me up with a little PNG tuber fella. And some other stuff. Anyways, for now, with Dark Souls 2 done, and most of my thoughts on why you're using random stuff, I don't know, because I've had this account for a while. For ages ago when I was just using that picture, and I haven't commissioned up the new guy. He's still cooking. That shouldn't be copywritten. I think the main fear for this is it just being a little rude. Because it's just fan art. Listen, mate. I'm ready. Have all the new stuff in too. Oh, he doesn't have any DLC armor. I thought I would have sworn he was gonna get some.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm not super worried about it. Given all things currently. Oh, it's fine to be, like, concerned and whatever. Yeah, I'd say give it about a month and everything's gonna look a lot different around here. What was I gonna say? As far as actual stream things, I'm probably about to head out for a little bit. And then when I come back, do one of the spooky games, or games with a spooky themes. No, that's fine. Again, I have my one lady who I got going on, because I follow their streamers, I know how they got things set up. Yeah, I'm gonna head off here for a little bit, and when I come back, either Castlevania or Evil Within. One of the two. And thanks everybody for stopping by, or people watching the VODs on the VOD channel. As always, see ya around.